from DFKB Grappling. I'm here today with my brother Gautier, and he's here today to help me demonstrate the straight ankle lock, aka straight foot lock, aka Achilles lock for you guys. Okay. Now, straight ankle locks, I think they became famous after Dean Lister used to finish people with the straight ankle locks and heel hooks in 80 cc's, and after that, like, everybody tried to get to the leg locks and learn the straight ankle locks and stuff like that, because Dean Lister came in with this famous sentence of, why would you ignore 50% of human body? So I think the straight ankle locks are still to this day, because everybody underestimates them. Okay, everybody thinks that, okay, heel hooks, even for me, even for myself, I think the top of the submission chain is the heel hook and is the inside heel hook. Okay, like first is the inside heel hook, and then there's all other submissions. But still, straight ankle locks are one of the most powerful submissions you can pull off, and if you get the good adjustments, you can literally break somebody's shin in half. Okay, because the majority of people who tries straight ankle locks, they just try straight ankle locks and they don't have a good adjustment. They don't place it right they should. Okay, they don't get the grip like they should. And the problem is that people who are rolling with them, like your training partners or opponents, they just tap because of the pain. But like, I consider myself somebody who doesn't tap that much with straight ankle locks. But there is a guy in our gym I've trained with, is a black belt. His name is Estoyan, and this guy, when he gets this straight ankle lock, sometimes I tap, sometimes I don't. But like, I think most of the times he got me in one, I tap. And he's one of the only guys who's tapping with straight ankle locks, because I consider myself, thankfully, thank God, to have flexible ankles, because I have popped them already in some competitions, so maybe it's because of that. But you have to understand that people in high level, they don't tap to pain. They will tap because they're scared that maybe it breaks. Okay, so you have to go further, and it doesn't matter if it's painful or not. If it's in a good position, maybe it's not painful, but it is dangerous, so that people are gonna understand that if they don't tap, they're gonna have their shin broken. Okay, so that's because of this they're gonna tap. Don't think of a straight ankle locks as a pain submission. Think of it as a joint lock. Okay, because people get a straight ankle locks and say, yeah, it's painful. Oh, it's so painful. I feel pain in my calf and stuff. It's not a pain submission. It's a joint lock. Think of it as a joint lock. I'm going to demonstrate it. There's some details to it, and I think that if you add the good details to it, if you respect these details, you can tap people with the straight ankle locks. Okay. Now, there are different ways to finish a straight ankle lock. I'm going to go through the most basic way of finishing a straight ankle lock, which is also IBJJF legal, and I'm going to show a couple of variations for your foot positions. Okay, for your foot placement during the demonstration. Okay, so let's demonstrate this straight ankle lock on this foot or this foot. Which one do you want? I'm gonna do it on this foot. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna just look into his leg. Okay. Now it has this calf and like muscly part of the leg, and this is where I don't want to place my straight ankle locking. Okay. If I place my straight ankle lock anywhere between here, I consider it to not be a good straight ankle lock. Like, a good straight ankle lock needs to really be on the joint, on the Achilles, on the tendon right here. So this way, you can break somebody's leg. Okay. So if you're getting a straight ankle lock like in here, and you're tapping people up, then good for you. But try it on real black belts. Try it on high level people. See if they tap or not, because they don't tap to pain. If you want to make somebody tap with a calf submission, you're going to go for a calf slicer, not for a straight ankle lock. Okay, so I'm going to aim for this part of gap of his ankle, and the part of my hand I'm going to use, I'm not going to use this part of my hand. Okay, because there is too much muscle in here, and I'm not going to be able to make the submission work like it should. So the way I'm going to use it, I'm going to use the bony part anywhere from here to here is good, okay? Some people do it like with literally like the wrist in here, but I don't like it in here because there is a crow space in here, and like I'm not gonna be able to cut through his tendon, okay? So this is the way I like to do it, like literally with here, which is the bony part of my wrist. And believe me, if you're getting a good straight ankle lock on anybody, your wrist should hurt. Like the bones on your wrist should hurt. Look at Neil Lister's hand. Like Neil Lister, he has his hands. They're like he has this like muscles here, and all of a sudden there's this like crow space in his wrist, and that's because of the years and years of straight ankle locking and foot locking people. Okay, so the grip I'm gonna use, no matter what grip you're gonna use, the way I like to do it is I'm gonna first place it like it should in here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna place it, okay, under his tendon, under his Achilles, okay? Now, my grip is too loose. Even with this, my grip is too loose. Why is too loose? Try to move your leg. You see, his foot is turning, okay? His foot is turning so damn much. I don't want that. I can't accept it. The way I need to do to stop his foot from rotating or from having all this motion is to close this, okay? I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna close this. Now I'm gonna come inside, okay? And I'm gonna grab my own hand, my own wrist. Like, the way I like to do it is with a guillotine grip, okay? And as soon as I get this guillotine grip, I'm gonna place it on my chest. Okay, so I get this, okay? I'm not even talking about the foot positioning for now. I'm just going through the placement of your hands, okay? So I'm gonna grab this, okay? I'm gonna grab this guillotine grip the way I like to do it, and I'm gonna close this, okay? I'm gonna come here and close this. Now there is no more space between his foot and my armpit. Try to move your foot. The ankle, it moves. The foot doesn't that much. Even if he tries to put on his boots like this, put on your boots, you see? Now, if I stay here and I grab it right here, I'm able to bring his toes backward with my shoulder motion. Look. You see? I'm gonna close my shoulder. Don't let me. I'm gonna close my shoulder, okay? Now, from here, I'm good to go. One of the most important points that you have to pay attention to is most people, they get in a straight ankle lock. Let's just not talk about my leg, you good? Let's just not talk about my leg positioning. Most of the people, they get in a straight ankle lock in here, okay? And as soon as they want to finish or they want to pull it, okay, they do this. Like the hands slide down. Your hands doesn't need to slide down. If you place your hands in here, this is why I'm telling you that your own wrist must hurt a little bit while you're doing it. This is a good sign that you're doing a good job of finishing it, okay? So if you get a straight ankle lock here and you're going for a finish and your hands is going to slide down like this is no good. You're not going to finish good people with this, okay? So I'm going to grab this. This is for my hand placement. I'm going to grab, okay? For the sake of demonstration, I'm not going to push it so damn much, okay? I'm not going to really pull it off. I'm going to close my elbows, okay? And now, to make it work even better, my elbows are closed. I'm paying attention that my hand doesn't slide down, so I grab it here. And I'm going to close my shoulders, okay? Now, I'm going to look up and I'm going to pump up my chest. So I'm going to look up, I'm going to pump up my chest. It's already painful for him. It's already painful. Doesn't break yet, okay? It's painful, but it doesn't break yet. So, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let go of the grip of the hand and I'm going to talk about the leg position. For you to be able to isolate the leg and to attack the ankle, you need to, like in every submission, which is considered a lower body submission, it doesn't matter if it's a heel hook, straight ankle lock, knee bars, you need to have your thighs and your hips as close as possible to his hips. This is the way you can control their hips, okay, or you can better control their hips. So, for this straight ankle lock, the way I like to do it is to place, if you're fighting IBJJF and the heel hooks are not allowed, because recently IBJJF made them illegal, but if you're fighting as a collar belt, not a black belt, in IBJJF, you can place this foot under his butt, okay? You see, under his butt. And then the other foot, the heel of the other foot, you're gonna place it into his pelvis bone, right here, hip bone, okay? Now, you're gonna close this, okay? You're gonna come inside again, okay? And you're gonna close this gap. The more inside you are, the closer you are, the tighter your straight ankle lock is gonna be, okay? Now, we're gonna combine the hand position with the leg position. So, I'm gonna come under his butt, okay? Bringing my hips towards his hips, okay? And I'm gonna block this other hip with my heel, okay? And I'm gonna close my both legs. Like his knee is now pinched between my thighs, and his hip, I'm putting pressure onto his hip with my foot, so he can't come towards me. Come towards me, he can't. I get this, okay? I can push. Now, let's combine these two movements with one with the other. I get this, okay? I close. So with this, I grab it right here. I close it, okay? Now there is no more space in here, okay? I'm killing this space. I'm gonna come inside and I'm gonna get it here, okay? So my left foot is blocking his butt right here, you see? And the other foot is blocking the hips, okay? Now I'm gonna close my knees, okay? And I'm gonna go down first. Don't tap yet. Come with me, come down with me, come down with me, yeah. And I'm gonna come down like this, okay? I'm not putting pressure on because I don't want to injure him, okay? So I get this. Now, the problem from here is people, when they try to finish, their hand is here when they're going to finish, they do this. Like the hand was on my chest, and as soon as they try to finish, the hands slide down. You can't finish people like this. Your hands needs to stay in place. So if you get a straight ankle lock on somebody, let's imagine here, okay? Your hands needs to stay here. If you go back, your hands stay there, okay? But this is not the only point which matters. You're gonna first face down, okay? So you're gonna grab it, paying attention that your wrist doesn't slide down. You're gonna go down, face down, okay? You're gonna look down. You're gonna now look back. So your forehead is gonna touch the mat, okay? Now what you're gonna do, your hand is still up. I'm gonna go backward. This way you can break somebody's shin, okay? This is the way you can literally break somebody's ankle. Now, one more time, you good? You want me to do it on the other side? So, let's turn towards the camera. So, the bony part of my wrist, I'm going to put it here, okay? And I'm going to grab, and I'm going to close. I'm going to look up and pump up my chest. My foot is going to go inside, okay? One of my foot is going to go inside, the other foot is going to come here. I'm going to close my both knees, okay? Right here, I'm going to first go down. Look at my hands, they're not sliding down. They're not sliding down at all. I get this here and I stay here. So I go down, okay? My hands are still here. Now I'm going to look back and I'm going to extend my back, look. Okay? Now this is the way I can break somebody's shin, okay? Now, if you are fighting in a submission-only tournament, in whatever organization you're fighting, and you know that heel hooks are allowed, be aware of the danger of heel hook here, okay? He can sit up on me, sit up. He can grab my heel, go easy. He can grab my heel with both hands. He can grab my heel with both hands, okay? And he can pull it. He can sit on it first. Sit on my toes, yeah. He can grab my heel right here, okay? And he can pull on it. That. Okay, now this is the same injury as the outside heel hook. So pay attention to this one. If you leave your heel right here, they can pull it. I have a solution for that. For this, if you're fighting in a submission-only tournament, instead of putting your foot here, which is the, I would say, the closed hip, you can go to the far hip, okay? So this is exactly the same thing. Learn the concept. The concept is to block him from coming up to you and block him from going back, and most likely and most importantly block his hips. So if you get this straight ankle lock, sit up here, okay? Just come aside as much as you can, get close to him, and you see the other foot, I'm placing it on his far hip. Let's turn this way so they can see the other foot. Go, go, go. Go. So look, instead of being here, okay, I'm getting here. You see? I'll come inside and I'm gonna close this. Now, if he decides to pull on my heel, there is nothing there to pull, okay? There is nothing there literally to pull. And the mechanism of the finish is exactly the same. Just come out, close, look up, go face down, and you're gonna get the finish. One more thing is the way they're gonna react to this. The way they're gonna react to this, the defense, if he's gonna straight ankle lock me, now, one of the first defense, this is not the straight ankle lock. This is the straight ankle, no. Get it on the same side, yeah, this is the straight ankle lock. Fall on this side, now. If he's going to straight ankle lock me, okay, you see he has the same problem. His hands are too low. His hands are too low. So if the hands are here, I'm not feeling pain, okay? Now, if he's trying to go for the finish, my defense is to pull this down and come up, okay? I'm gonna grab this, okay? I can pummel, I can push, I can either grab, I can come here, I can go for my darts. If it stays like this, I can darts him, okay? I can go for different defenses. But the main thing I'm trying to achieve here, you see, the problem is that his foot is not blocking my hip. Now he's doing the right job. As soon as I see this, like, I either got to stand up, okay, or if I feel the pressure is too much and I can't stand up, I'm just gonna grab his toes, push them down, okay. Now I'm gonna sit on his butt, my butt on his heel, and I'm gonna escape. How to block this? The amount of time, the period of time you need to break somebody's shin needs to be a couple of seconds. Even not a fraction of a second, okay? If you place it good, you can injure somebody's ankle, hopefully just to make them tap for their sake and not an injury, in just a fraction of a second, okay? So, you good? If I grab this, let's turn towards the camera. So if I grab this, now I'm not talking about the finish yet, okay? If I grab this, now, this is the IBJJF version, okay? You can just go here. This is the version I like to do it if, like, I don't want to give him the heel hook. There is one more thing, like, try to sit up on me. Sit, just do that, okay? Now, he wants to do this, look. He did this, let me go. It's easy for him. You see how it's easy for him? Even if I resist here, go. It's easy for him. I'm gonna add something, add a small detail to it, which I learned from Dean Lister, and it's gonna make the submission hard. He's not gonna be able to push my foot down just like he did. I'm gonna grab it, just sit like, yeah, sit on your butt, sit on your butt, yeah. I'm gonna cover this toe with my heel right there. So I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna cover my toe, okay, here, with my heel, like here, okay. Now, if he tries to push on it, go. You see, it's different. It's difficult. Now, if I want, first of all, if I want to finish him, he's not staying there like on his hands, laying on his back. So he's fighting. You see, he's fighting. The only thing I need is this. This is over. I'm going to come up, okay? Grab this. I'm going to close it, okay? Now, for him to escape, he needs to push this down. If I'm here with my heel, it's easy for him to do so. Now check this. Go. This is it. Thank you. So, to make a hook with your toe under your heel. And once you do this, it's gonna be harder for him to push this down. Even if he can't do so, you're already belly down and he can go for the finish. So guys, this is the straight ankle lock, okay? Another way, there are different ways of doing the straight ankle lock. There's another way, I see people, they do it. Just let me show this as well. I see people doing the straight ankle lock, they go this for a grip. You can go for this like a grip. Like they do this. It can work, I don't like it because first, it is too deep. It's not on the bony part. And second one, if he is willing to resist, the first thing he's gonna do, like I'm here, he's gonna grab this hand, grab my hand, and pull it off, okay? Go again. People do it, sometimes some people do it like this. This is not good. You can open my hands, okay? I really like to have this guillotine grip, like really literally I'm trying to finish a guillotine on his foot, okay? So guys, this is the straight ankle lock. I hope you have enjoyed. Try it. Don't try to injure your training partners. You may have some sore, calves or tibias, or shins or ankles. Doesn't matter. As long as it didn't pop, doesn't matter. You have to be. The more sore it becomes, the easier it's gonna be in competition to resist the pain and go for a defensive movement. Okay. So don't be scared. Just don't try to injure your training partners. Don't pull it. If you think that it doesn't work, don't try to crank it. Okay, because some people are naturally flexible. Okay, they're gifted with this flexibility. So don't try to crank it on. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Try something else. And by the way, if you place it good, you can feel it yourself. Even if they say that they're not feeling it, don't go for it. Don't go for the finish like. Don't crank it because sometimes they're so flexible they're not feeling it and it pops or it breaks or it tears something in there and then they're gonna feel it and it's bad. So train hard, train smart. Thank you for watching. Give me a like and subscribe. Thank you really for helping me.